Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just want to start out this video with a quick apology that, well, there was no video this past Friday. For me personally, it was a very busy week. Of course, I had my first sale in real estate this past week, also celebrated Thanksgiving, and also partook a little bit in Black Friday. So overall, just kind of had my hands full, and unfortunately, I couldn't get a chance to record and get a video out for you guys. So apologies for that, and apologies for not putting out a post about it. I completely and utterly forgot. So again, apologies, but we are back. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. Now, for anybody who does celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great holiday. And, well, if you partook in Black Friday, I hope you survived. I hope you got whatever you were looking for. For me personally, this was my first year not in retail for Black Friday, so it was certainly a bit of a different experience. I will admit I did a lot of my shopping online. Did not want to get a little bit of PTSD going into some of the retail stores on that crazy of a day. But yeah, I ended up getting some pretty good things. Still waiting on them to come in from Amazon and all that. But that being said, question for the non-Americans here on the channel. Do you guys have a Black Friday? If you do, does it fall on the same day as our Black Friday, traditionally being the day after Thanksgiving? I know you guys obviously don't celebrate Thanksgiving. That's an American holiday. But do you guys have a Black Friday? And if you do, what date is it if it's not the same date as ours? I'm really curious to find out. But that being said, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Svartalfheim. Really excited to be here. And, well, I got a little bit of work done in between episodes because in the last episode, we ended up getting some raptors. So, I decided to breed. And I decided to go ahead and get both a male and a female. And our male and female are named Laffy and Taffy. I couldn't really think of any names or anything like that for these, but like colors wise and everything, they kind of do have a bit of a Laffy Taffy kind of look, so I decided to kind of go with that. So we have Laffy as the male, we have Taffy as the female. They both have the same stats and everything. We are currently looking at, wow, they have a lot of points from sitting in these cryo balls. 2016 in health, which is 37 points, 870 in stam, which is 48 points. That's a nice stat to have. 312 in weight, which is 43 points, and 394 melee, which is 40 points. And of course, the main difference between the two is we have Laffy with the orange belly, and then Taffy has kind of a bluish green belly. But here's the thing with Laffy and Taffy. We're holding a lot of stuff right now, and unfortunately, I did try to kind of test them out over here. They can't move or anything, so here's what I think we're going to do. Firstly, I see that we only have a total of 3 bolas left, so I think I want to start out this episode by making a couple more. So it looks like we need stone, and it looks like we need thatch. So stone right here, perfect. If you guys are curious too, this particular spot I really, really like, and a lot of comments from you guys were saying how this is a really nice spot for a base. And honestly, I don't know. Maybe it is going to be a base location at some point, but I definitely want to explore the map a little bit more, see if we can potentially get some additional tames in today's episode. We'll have to see what happens here. But yeah, let's see if we can find a little bit more thatch. I really don't want to knock down a tree, but if I have to, I will. Now, that's a nice tree. I don't want to knock that one down. I'd rather find the fallen trees, if I'm going to be honest. But if there's none left, then I guess we'll just have to make do. But yeah, I think I just need a little bit more thatch. I think we're at 70 or 80 right now, and I think I need 100 in order to make... Oh, wait a second. We already have 3. Okay, let's see. Can I make 7? Oh, I can make 8. 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Okay. So let's get on the move here as we slowly but surely work our way down the stairs. But if you guys are excited for me to explore a little bit more of Svartalfheim today, and we'll see kind of what shenanigans we get into, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, let's get into it, guys. So we are currently level 36. We did end up getting 2 more levels between the episodes. Not entirely sure kind of how that happened, but it is what it is. We are going to go ahead and put into weight, like I mentioned in previous episodes. Want to get up to about 500 in weight, and then from there we'll kind of start focusing on some other stats. So we are going to be using Charm today, but one thing I completely forgot to do with Charm is this. First of all, we ended up getting a couple of drops. I think we kind of talked about this in the last episode, I'm going to be honest, so apologies if I'm repeating myself. It's been a little bit, of course, since recording, but we do have a saddle skin for the Parasaur. Now, this is part of the tribal one. I've talked about the tribal one before. It's a paid mod. I think it's like $5 or something like that. Of course, doesn't necessarily go with the Nordic theme, but I really like these skins, if I'm going to be honest. Look at this. Looks so nice, honestly. I love the Ichthyornis on the outside. I think that's really cool. I think it's a little much, if I'm going to be honest. I kind of wish there was a way I could switch the creatures, maybe, you know, kind of customize it a little bit more. But that being said, it does look really, really cool. I do see that you're on attack target, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We are going to bring Laffy and Taffy out here, but I'm not going to bring them out yet because I don't know how it works when we go into this little teleportation thing. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. Like, are they going to, would they actually come with us? Are they just going to jump off the cliff and try to find us? Not entirely sure. But before we go, let's just kind of have a quick look of the outline here. What direction do we want to head in? What do we want to check out? So it looks like if we head in that direction, that is going to be, I feel like we've been over there. Yes, we have been over there, because that right down there, kind of where the Parasaur's head is where my old base was in the previous checkout of Svartalfheim. I guess if we go that direction, that'll bring us towards the Redwoods and the snowy region. That's kind of interesting. A little concerned if we head in that direction, because of course we do have Thylas on this map. And that always seems to be a thing that I get myself into. Looks like we also have snow to the north, so maybe we just head north and kind of just see what happens. And that is where the portal is going to take us down. If you guys are curious, puts us right next to Greenob. But yeah, we were kind of looking through. We were seeing a couple more of these floating islands and stuff. Maybe over there would be kind of cool. I just don't know if... No. I was wondering if that was going to take you up to those, but I guess not. I assume those are in the snowy region since they are kind of covered in snow and everything. But, all right, getting started here. I definitely don't want to jump myself off the cliff. Let's go ahead. Let's get started here. As I say that, about 20 minutes into the episode, it feels like already. Let's get a couple things equipped on my character. And then once we actually get down to the bottom, we're going to bring Laffy and Taffy out, which those two aren't Laffy and Taffy, but that's okay. We're going to bring Laffy and Taffy out because we do have a couple of extra skins. There are 2 raptor skins that come with the tribal ones, if you will. If you buy the whole pack of tribal skins, there's a total of 3 of them, I believe. And, oh, I just noticed my volume's a little down. There we go. Okay. So I can hear a little bit better at least. So I can potentially hear some threats coming in. Let's get Laffy and Taffy out here. Now, unfortunately, Taffy doesn't have a saddle. And that is because we just don't have enough material. So as we're kind of running around here, if we do end up killing a couple things, we'll potentially make another saddle for Taffy here. But Laffy... There are 2 different skins, and to be honest, yeah, I don't know what it is about the vanilla skins anymore. I don't like them. I don't like them. I feel like there could be a little bit more work done to them to make them look a little bit nicer. But first of all, we have the scouting one, which is this one right here, which is kind of cool if I'm going to be honest, right? It looks pretty nice, but they also have another skin that's more for fighting. I think it's called the warrior skin or something, or the hunter skin. And it's this one here. We've kind of went over this in the past, so I'm not going to go too crazy with this, but just look how much better that looks than the other one. Like, oh my gosh, it looks great. All right, let's get Taffy out here, though, just so we can have them 2 follow the Parasaur. And they're going to kind of be like the bodyguards, if you will. We're going to put them on follow all, and we're going to put them on attacking my target. So the idea is if I attack something, or something attacks me, they should theoretically attack it straight away. That's kind of the hope. That's kind of the idea. We'll see what happens, though. There is a blue drop right over here, so I would love to see if I can get my hands on that. I know we are at, like, we're past the point of blue drops, but, like, still like to see if I can get my hands on them. We know we love loot. Look at that, a couple of more. Ooh, okay. What kind of saddle do we get? We got a Carno saddle, we got a Megatherium saddle, and we got ourselves a Parasaur saddle. Nice. All right, so I think we're gonna head, first of all, hello. 114, okay. I think we're gonna follow this path, which I know is gonna bring us back up, but I think we can kind of go that way. And we're going to see what else we can explore. I would like to potentially see if we can get our hands on... I like the raptors, but I feel like I need something else. Oh, I guess there is no way to go up here. Okay, I guess we're just going to be dropping on down. That's okay, is what it is. We'll take a little bit of fall damage, no big deal. Look at you. Nice. Okay. Looking for something with a bit of combined speed and attack power. A Carno wouldn't be that bad, if I'm going to be honest. I just don't know if we're at the level of a Carno. We do have saddles, though, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Ooh, what is this? Okay, so we're going to take a look at this. If you guys were curious, we're roughly here, 6157. Looks like we have a mine, potentially. All right. I don't know, textures-wise, is it fully finished? Oh, it's just a cut-through. All right, there we go. Cool, that's fine. That's nice. That's fine and nice. It's vice. All right. Let's see what else we got to deal with out here. Looks like we got something in the distance right there. And it's a Theri, of course it is. Alright. That's fine. We got an Elder Claw again. Let's not make the mistake we did in the... 145, Jesus. Alright. Now, where are we in comparison? Okay. I think just following the path is a little bit better for us, but... I don't necessarily want to deal with the Elder Claws. We got another raptor over here. I don't know, maybe we got a raptor army going? Oh boy. Alright, let's see how quickly they can kind of take care of this. Okay, that's not that bad. I mean, they don't do a crazy amount of damage, but it's certainly enough, right? Alright, what level are you? 95, no thank you. Okay, let's just keep going. Gigantoraptor there. Let's go this way. It's funny how slow the Parasaur is in comparison to the Raptors. Just keep bumping up on me here. Another blue drop. Okay. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how it works with the other S-variant creatures. I do know that the Maywing requires extraordinary kibble in order to tame, plus it's like level 96, I think you unlock the saddle, so it is kind of crazy. But when it comes to the other S variants, I think some of them are just like normal tames, like knockout tames and all that, so I don't know, that's pretty cool. We'll definitely have to do a little more research on them though, just to kind of confirm that. But yeah, so what are we thinking about with the most recent news in Ark? The Veilwind evolutions. So we have the Mailwind, I think, or something, which is kind of like going to the dark side. And then you have the Soulwind, which is going to be kind of like light angelic, that kind of thing. I think it's really cool, if I'm going to be honest, but the only gripe that I have about it is I kind of wish we didn't find out. I kind of wish that was one of those things that was kind of left for us to figure out once the map came out. But, I mean, that being said, they both look really, really cool. And it does say, or at least they have mentioned, kind of which one are you going to choose, right? The dark side or the light side? And it's, well, what if you have multiple Veil Winds? Because you can breed. And it's like, we need a little bit of food, okay. Why do I only have 2 soul ball? Oh, because they're on you. That's why. Okay. Let's do a little bit of reorganizing. I've also realized that, yes, we've walked literally straight into the redwoods. It is what it is. No big deal. We'll be okay. We'll be fine. Famous last words, right? All right. So taking a look at the map here. Yeah, so this is the beginning of the redwoods. We could technically... I guess there is a path kind of going this way. So maybe we... do our best to avoid the redwoods and kind of keep going. Let's see. I feel like we would fare a little bit better in the snow biome, personally. But yeah, apparently on this map too, we have rock drakes. There's like an aberration area too, apparently, which really cool. Definitely excited to really see this whole map, and it is really refreshing not having a flyer, if I'm going to be honest. You know, at first I was a little bit worried about it, you know, with the size of the map and everything. But yeah, overall, having no flyers has certainly changed a bit of perspective, if I'm going to be honest. Why does this look like a tech cave? Wait. Is there an actual tech cave on Svartalfheim? No way. That's a tech cave if I haven't seen one. Whoa. Oh wait, you're not able to work. Okay, so maybe it's a work in progress. If you guys are curious, we're roughly here, 39 latitude, 44 longitude. Cool though. I don't know, is there a way we can look in there with photo mode or something? No, they got it locked up. What if I go this way? No, nothing. Maybe if I go under the ground? No. It's okay, no big deal. We'll keep an eye on that for the future. Right now, obviously, definitely not at that point. But yeah, when it comes to these other S variant dinos and stuff, level 50, not bad. 145 dire bear, ooh. Dire bear would be kind of interesting, right? I don't think we've gotten a dire bear saddle yet, though. That's the only downside. Like, how the heck am I gonna ride it? Oh man, I don't know. I mean, the good news is we haven't really seen too many creatures, which is nice. We're also loading these areas up for the first time, so that's probably the reason. We got a bridge here. How are the raptors going to do with this? Oh, gosh. This could be bad. There's a part of me that kind of wants to take this slow for that very reason. I think they're okay. Yeah, I think they're fine. All right. Huh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, just kind of keeping an eye on the map too, just to kind of get an idea like, all right, where have we been? Where have we gone? You know, that kind of thing. That's a Dinotherium, isn't it? Yeah, it is. They're really cool. Ooh, and we got a Rex. Interesting. Not sure if that's the best direction for us. Maybe going up. Now, what is that floating island? Ooh, we're getting kind of close to it, whatever it is. Maybe that's what today's episode is going to be about, just getting to the next floating island. All right, let's see. I know this might not be the most content-worthy and everything, but, you know, I kind of like showing this stuff off, too, because... Oh, no. Is that a Tech Rex? Oh, my gosh. 168 Tech Rex. That's crazy. What kind of area are we in now? Okay, so... Ooh, there's something up there. Okay. I need to make sure everybody's on passive. Especially if we're just kind of going through... Oh my gosh, there's so many Rexes. We gotta turn around. Nope, nope, we gotta turn around. That's way too much. It's okay that we're taking damage, it's fine. This is a little too much right now. I thought one Rex was bad. There's like 4 or 5. But yeah, if the Raptors could hold a little bit more weight, I would definitely be inclined in using those instead, you know? Just because I feel like we can get around a little bit faster and kind of explore this area a bit more. I'm also getting a little bit sick of seeing kind of the boomerang aspect. We got another raptor. What level are you? 55. No, thank you. Rex, Dinotherium, level 100 Dinotherium. Oh, attack card. You know, we could very well just cross the river. Or we could just go back. Or go in this direction. Oh man, so many decisions. But yeah, like I was saying, I know this might not be the most content-worthy for a lot of people because it's like, you're just exploring, like no big deal, right? I don't know, there might be some people that really want to get immersed in the map and kind of get an idea of what this map is all about. So at least you're getting it from me here. Alright, we gotta go this way. There's a ferry. Got a couple more raptors. I think we'll be okay with them. Is there an S-Raptor by any chance? I don't think there is. But yeah, I'm seeing these here now. Are these bridges? Or like what? Oh. Okay, what is that? Is that an S-Thery or is that a... what does that say? Did that say Berserk? Oh no. Can I get eyes on it, please? There we go. Berserk Therizino, level 20. No, I really don't want to lose Laffy and Taffy. I don't know. Maybe they could take it on, but like... I don't know. That could be dangerous. I'll let them do their thing. They'll catch up. 145 Phiomia. We wanted a little pooping machine. They coming back? What's going on? Here they come. All right, there's one of them. Come on, Taffy. Thank you. Yeah, that is the downside of having them follow, is if they get stuck on something. Alright, so we're actually pushing up into the snow region, crazy enough. Ooh. There's a building right here. I wonder. Okay, you know what? I think the coast is clear. Yep, give me. There we go. We could drop most of the stuff too. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need any of that. Good, 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 good. Good, good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll kind of reorganize once we get up there, but I think this can be a portal up to one of the other ones, which would be kind of cool. Certainly looks like it, right? So if you guys were interested in checking this one out potentially... Ooh, I don't know. Oh, whoa, wait, I'm like freezing right now. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. All right. How cold is this region? Oh God, level 5. Jeez. Okay, we have to... Oh gosh, oh gosh. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Just make a bed, make a bed, make a bed. Make a bed, make a bed. Come on, make a bed, make a bed. Oh my gosh, we're gonna die. No, 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 no. Hide bed. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's not good. So I've just spent the last hour trying to get back to our stuff, but unfortunately it's just been death after death after death. That is until the miracle run. No way. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Is that my stuff? That's my stuff. Oh my god. Well, that took a while. Wow. Okay. I don't even know what to say. I'm really surprised I was able to pull that off. And yeah, right around here is where it begins. So yeah, no, there was no way. Oh, it'd be so cool to check those out, but yeah, we need better armor before we do that. All right, let's get ourselves kind of organized and resituated here because we have a lot of stuff. And my biggest worry with dying and all that kind of stuff was everything was on my character, which means once my character despawned, yeah, we would have lost everything. Oh my gosh. All right, let's take a second. Let's get reorganized here. All right, we're looking good with that stuff. We can also put some stuff on the parasaur. You gotta be kidding me. I had campfires in my inventory? Oh, I'm gonna get ripped in the comments for that. Yeah, no idea. Genuinely, no idea that they were there. Good talk. Okay. Let's put... We could throw that out. I think the rest of the stuff can kind of stay there. That's fine, right? What else do I need on my character? I need a helmet. I need pants. I need that, and we are good. Okay. Whew. Okay, well, that ended up being a little bit of an adventure. We ended up exploring a lot of the map without actually exploring a lot of the map. Oh my gosh. I would love to check that area out, but unfortunately, we're just not going to be able to do it right now. It looks like we're just going to need some better armor, whether it's fur armor, maybe if we get ourselves in, even in full hide, it didn't even mean anything. So, unless, what if we do this? That's a chitin chess piece. Okay. What if I do this? We got 78 cold resistance. Is that going to be enough? I don't think it is, but no, it's not. Okay. All right. Shoot. Now, I do see a blue drop out here. So we'll go ahead. We'll get our hands on that. Then I think at this point, guys, I think I am going to wrap up the episode here. I know, like I said before, it's not really a... Not that it's not a content-worthy episode, just it's a little bit different. I know we didn't really get a tame or anything. We didn't get our... Oh, I'm getting completely surrounded by these guys. You know what? Forget that blue drop. One thing I will say here on console, and maybe it's just because I don't know the proper buttons or anything, but to get a ping up and to actually be able to mark my spot where I needed to get to, because let me see, can I zoom this out? Yeah, I ended up dying here, I ended up dying there. So a total of 3 deaths in order to get back to my stuff, which I'm actually really surprised we pulled it off, if I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of expecting us expecting to have to kind of start over in a sense, you know, with no creatures, no tames, pretty much nothing, but we did get our stuff. The one thing I'm having the most difficulty doing is marking spots. Like if I want to put down a ping or something like that, I could put a waypoint, which is fine. Oh, that would have just... Wait a second. Let me see. Let's clear the POIs. That would have let me edit the waypoint. I don't think... the only reason why I was able to put that there was because I pressed X and then I did this. Okay, there we go. It's removed. So if I pressed Y, yeah, see, it only lets me to delete the death waypoint. Okay, so yeah, my toughest thing was actually putting down a ping just so I knew where to go the entire time. Definitely gonna have to look into that because yeah, that definitely would be really beneficial in the future. But I think I'm gonna wrap up the episode here, guys. I think what we're gonna do is next episode we're gonna kind of continue exploring and everything. Hopefully we don't end up dying here. I think we're gonna kind of backtrack. Maybe we'll kind of go ahead and try to get all the way back to base, and then we'll kind of figure out what else we're going to be doing. But I think, at least at this point in time, based on our armor and all that kind of stuff, this is the end of the line. I did end up seeing some interesting points of interest along the way that I would love to show off to you guys, but yeah, unfortunately, snow is not going to be our territory as of yet. But that is going to wrap up this episode, guys. I know there wasn't really any taming or anything crazy in this one, but nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, everyone.